This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Hey, welcome. The Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. On the road this week, today, live at Green Meadow Country Club in Helena for the 44th Junior Women's Amateur Championships. It is a blast being out here. The team's just wrapped up not too long ago. We'll give you the leaderboards coming up. You can watch the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. As always, go to JasonWalkerShow.com and get all your great sports info for Montana and much more. So, big show coming up today. We're going to talk to Nick Dietzen in just a couple of minutes about what it takes to put on this great a tournament, the 44th Girls Junior America's Cup. It's been in Montana twice before. This is the third time that it's ever been in the state of Montana, and it is at Green Meadow here in Helena. And we'll talk to Nick coming up. Also, the Helena Senators and the Montana Alberta AA Legion State Tournament gets underway tomorrow down in Billings. We'll talk to Helena Senators coach, the defending champs, Jon Burnett, coming up as well. Your Montana Rodeo Roundup, Auto Contest, Performance of the Week, and who knows what else is going to happen. What a great day, though, here at Green Meadow as the opening round of the Juniors America's Cup got underway. Had opening ceremonies last night, and I don't know if you could ask for more picturesque views than what we have here right now. You've got teams from British Columbia, Alberta, Washington, Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, Idaho, and, of course, the state of Montana. And some great golf played today, and it's going to continue through Thursday. Spectators are welcome. You can follow the favorite golfers if you want. And in fact, behind us, you see some of Team Mexico still out practicing chipping. And it was an unbelievable first day. What a great event this has been. And it's actually, I mean, the volunteers that have been out here from the city of Helena and the state of Montana as spotters and scorers and helping out the young ladies 14 through 18, man, what a blast it has been for sure as it continues tomorrow. What time does it get going tomorrow? I forget. 9:50, I believe. As 8 o'clock to 9:50, they send off the round two on the first and 10th tee, both tomorrow and again on Thursday. And we'll be out here again tomorrow for sure. But as you take a look at some of the early leaders here, and team-wise, man, there's some good golfers. I was watching them Sunday on the practice range, and wow. But you've got Arizona right now currently. Is that not showing? Why not? Arizona's in first, tied for first, with a team from Southern California, both at 8 under, 208 for the first round. Idaho in third, 5 shots back. Colorado sitting in fourth at 2 under, Hawaii 1 under, Mexico 1 under, and then Washington in seventh, 3 over, tied for eighth. Oregon, San Diego 5 over, Southern Nevada and Utah tied for 10th at 7 over. Sun Country, I think that's Arizona, 8 over. Northern Nevada 11 over, Alberta 14 over, along with British Columbia. Team from Northern Cal went 19 over today. Montana sitting in 17th at 23 over as a team. They are 31 shots off the pace, and Wyoming at 30 over, 7 shots behind Montana. But you can follow along on Golf Genius. You can just go to the MSGAGolf.org app and follow along. But some amazing talent out here. Girls 14 through 18, great coaches, great staff, great volunteers. Green Meadow's been a great host, and it's been a ton of fun out here. And earlier today, caught up with Nick Dietzen, the executive director of the Montana State Golf Association, and he joins us now here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Nick, it's always a pleasure to chat with you and get you on board, but take me through this event. I mean, day one is in the books. Did it go as planned?
Jason, it's always fun when we're usually out of Green Meadow. We're playing golf. We were watching golf that's a lot better than anything that you or I are capable of. So I would say generally that things went incredibly well because we had such a great legion of volunteers from the community that came out for this event. So we had starters and scorers and ball spotters, markers in every group. Not a lot of rules issues. We had a great group of rules officials roaming the course. Green Meadow couldn't ask for a better venue this year. The course is in immaculate condition. Superintendent Derek Hofer, Assistant Craig Ross, you know how special a place this is, and so it's just a great venue for these girls. So I think today has been the smoothest day of this whole event so far, and we're glad to have round one in the books.
It's funny because Montana, well, maybe not funny, but Montana hosts this event 3 times now. And there's a rotation. So take me through this. Every 18, 19 years it comes back?
Right. So the Girls Junior America's Cup, this is the 44th time that this has been played, and it's kind of an interesting assortment of 18 teams. So you've got 2 teams from Canada, British Columbia and Alberta. We have Mexico. We have 15 teams representing the Western United States, including Montana. And so with that 18 teams, every 18 years, the rotation will be for the host club. With COVID, there was no tournament in 2020, so it ended up being 19 years in this specific situation. So 2003 was the last time it was in Montana, and that was Whitefish Golf Club. And it was a really smoky forest fire thing. So unfortunately for those who played in that event, they didn't get to see Montana at its finest.
Yeah. But how does like Green Meadow Country Club, great venue. I mean, there's great courses all across the state. How did Green Meadow get it?
So we, at the Montana State Golf Association, we're conducting a number of events, and this year's a record number of events for us, which is 7. So we have a tournament calendar where we work with a lot of courses around the state to host different events, and so they're on what amounts to a somewhat repeatable rotation for certain things like the women's state amateur, sure, the men's amateur, the mid-amateur, etc. So Green Meadow is, I reside in Helena, Montana, and know the folks really well. Paul Caruso Jr., who has been one of the main tournament committee folks with this championship, has just incredible experience, and it just seemed like the right spot for this tournament to get as many people on board for the help that you need, because it takes a lot to put something like this together in the middle of summer.
When did the planning start?
Not soon enough, but there's a really robust group of guidelines and activities for these girls. So you've got girls ages 14 through 18 who are coming from, again, these 18 different teams. And so we're trying to showcase Montana, get them out on some activities. We had a keynote speaker, Billings, Montana's Leslie Spalding, former LPGA Tour player, former San Diego State head golf coach. She came and gave a great talk last night at the banquet. So there's a lot of things that get jammed in, and it takes a lot of coordination. So in earnest, I would say January is when we really started ratcheting things up, and then it's just been wall-to-wall planning for the last 4 months, really, in addition to all of our other duties with the other tournaments.
We're talking with MSGA Executive Director Nick Dietzen here live from Green Meadow Golf Country Club. It's a golf course.
It is a golf course.
It's a beautiful golf course. One. I love playing here. But this event, like you mentioned, there's a lot of activities. Today, for instance, all the teams are going Gates of the Mountains boat ride, which is I mean, if you've never done it, you have to. But for a lot of these girls from, Southern Cal or Northern Cal or Mexico, this is history for them. And it's just an awesome, awesome deal.
It is. And I could say, we all love the beach and we love the mountains, but it's just such a unique place to be. And having done that before, I would encourage anyone who hasn't that visits the Helena area to check out the Gates of the Mountains tour and boat ride. So we're talking Lewis and Clark, and it's just, it's a really fun experience. And I think those are the memories that will stick with these players the longest. They won't remember the 3-putt on hole 6, or they hopefully will remember the chip in on hole 2. But ultimately, it'll be the friendships they make, the new folks they're exposed to. We've got a lot of college coaches here, so they get an opportunity to get some recognition and show what great golfers they are under competition conditions.
What does this say, this event here in Helena for the state of Montana? I mean, we're showcasing Montana, we're showcasing Helena, like you said, but for Montana to be able to host this event for the 3rd time in 44 years, I mean, there's a lot of great golf in Montana, as we know, but these girls get to experience not just a beautiful course, Nick, but they get to experience the big sky, which is awesome.
It's incredible. And with some of the more southern schools, specifically some of the coastal areas where they play at sea level, they hit the ball a little further here. We got different kinds of grass that maybe other places are unfamiliar with. So it's just, I think, a great opportunity to travel. There's a lot of junior golf events around the country, but not a lot of them make it to Montana. So I think it is just a striking vista for them to be able to play and get photos. I see a lot of the players, during the practice round, making a lot of, generous compliments towards what we have around us. And we're special, you and I both living here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I was talking to Team Oregon a little bit earlier, and they're still looking for the mama moose and the 2 babies. She had 2 babies this year out here, which is pretty cool. I saw them the other day on between 13 and 14, but they're looking for the moose. They're like, yeah, we see deer, we see elk and stuff, but they're looking for the moose and squirrels. One girl's from Oregon said, I haven't seen the squirrels yet.
They're out there. I know they are, because my dog would find them in the winter. Yeah.
We're talking with Nick Dietzen, the executive director of the MSGA, on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. And if you get a chance, spectators are welcome as long as you follow the code of conduct, obviously, as any golf tournament. But spectators showed up in force today, and I thought it was very cool for that.
Absolutely. And I think I didn't really know what to expect in terms of the amount of spectators. Obviously, it's a work week and earlier in the day, but we don't have a lot of opportunities to have something like this in the great state of Montana. So, we see some excellent golf played and just the pageantry. We've got, 18 different flags that are representing the various teams. Yesterday there was opening ceremonies. We had a bagpiper and Phil Hohenlohe. Want to give him a shout out. He was the highlight, I think, of last night, maybe outside of Leslie Spalding. And so it was just neat. And I think people came out yesterday and they got excited to see some good golf. And it's great because we don't host tour events or anything like that right now. So this is kind of closer to that you're going to see. And when we do have collegiate invitationals, usually the weather's not too great. So the people who are out there are usually following someone directly.
Right, yeah. Nick Dietzen joining us here, Jason Walker Show. What's the course playing at for the girls? Because, we have the horseshoes, we got the spikes, we've got, the rails out here. What are they playing?
Correct. So over the 3 rounds of competition, approximate average is 6,000 yards for each day, which equates most closely to the rails at Green Meadow, which is more of a middle tee. It's not the back tee, but a lot of holes we have situated in using different tee boxes to give them some different looks and different club selection. That's a great thing about Green Meadow. And another factor that was part of your earlier question about consideration about the golf course is there's some courses, that are in great shape, but there's just hit and driver on every hole. This one, you have to make some different decisions, some risk reward. So there's a little bit more thought-provoking, I think, strategy for the players. And I also think the college coaches enjoy that, to see how they work themselves around the course in terms of the way they manage their really excellent talents.
Nick Dietzen joining us here. Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. A few final questions for you, but I was watching the girls on Sunday, Southern California. A bunch of the team showed up to chip and putt and hit the driving range. I know you are a really good golfer. Your handicap's probably in the 5-6 area.
It's been a little bit better, but it's going to be going up because I haven't been playing as much. I'm watching a lot of golf. Maybe I'll learn something watching some of these players.
But how impressive is it? I mean, these girls are 14 to 18 years old, and they're crushing it. They're hitting every fairway. They're not missing shots. It's like watching what you see on TV, which is, I mean, it's a lot different than when you and I go out on a Saturday afternoon.
Absolutely, and I think one of just a good anecdote about what we were seeing today. So on hole 1, Chad Carlson, our golf professional, my father was volunteering as a starter. We were remarking that watching all the groups off of hole 1, I didn't see every shot, but I saw enough of them to see that they were in the middle of the fairway and it's a dogleg left, or they were shaping it to the left. Not a single shot was going right, where, since right comes into play a lot of times on your first shot of the day, and it's out of bounds, so it can be a real interesting way to start your day. They were putting it in the middle, or they were drawing it into position A. So it was pretty incredible to watch that, and it just shows you how dialed in they are.
Oh, they are, and it's cool, too, as we talk with Nick Dietzen. You mentioned Paul Caruso. The guy's a rules genius, and he's in charge of the rules. I've seen you guys out here a few times throughout the course of the spring and the summer looking at different potential hole placements, looking at, how you wanted the course to be set up. And I don't know if you can find a better golf course in the state than right now. I mean, the pin placements are tough, but fair. And we all know, being out here at Green Meadow, it's tough anyway, let alone being in a major tournament like this.
So we've seen a few major tournaments at the state level, amateur events, and some college ones. There'll be some people that shoot some good scores, and when you play good, you should shoot a good score. We're not trying to make this exceptionally difficult, but the course is in such great shape that the greens are fast, and with the undulations and some of the short game skill that's required on some of the hole locations, that's really where I think you see these players at their best, because again, we want it to be a good test, identify the best team, but also make it, when they hit good shots, they're rewarded. And there's just difficult places when it's playing fast. And we didn't have any wind today, which is great, but they do some magnificent things around the greens and the putting. All of the markers that were with the groups, that was the thing I heard the most was, boy, there are a lot of good putters.
Yeah. Well, that's where you score, is the short game, as we all know. But I was talking with one of the guys here today, and he was following the groups, and he said one of the girls, I think she shot 68, but could have shot easily 4 or 5 better. She just missed birdie putts by, centimeters or inches, which says a lot about how good of a putter you are when you have one day to practice on this course.
Yeah, absolutely. And on this course, anyone who knows Green Meadow knows that you can get hot with the putter because the greens are terrific. And again, credit to Derek, Craig, and their staff in preparing the golf course. They're quick, so it's not impossible to be a little bit defensive with your putting when you've got some downhillers or side hillers, because you get a little aggressive and you might be having a longer putt than what you had starting out. So it was great. And then I just want to make another comment. You mentioned Paul. Paul's got an exceptional breadth of experience and has been, inside the ropes and outside at some of the highest levels in golf. And so we're really proud to have him participate in the course setup. And then additionally, Shonda Imlay is serving as our main rules official, and we're so excited that she's back in Montana. She had spent many years in Oregon with the Oregon Golf Association with the junior program over there. She's got a lot of passion for junior golf. She's a native Montanan, former state amateur champion in 1977. So Shonda moved back to Missoula recently. So we were super fortunate that kind of came together, because she's leading the charge on the rules in course with some additional volunteers. We've got Karen Krogan, Homer Young, Gerard Poor. Chad's been helping out in that. I hope I don't miss anybody who's been contributing in some of those areas, but it just makes the event run smoothly. And I think the golf course is set up in a way that we didn't have a lot of issues, and that's what you want. There's good players, and there's so many opportunities to be in hazards here.
Oh yeah.
The pace of play could have been that was a concern, and we were really impressed with how the girls navigated it, and they came in around 4 hours and 20 minutes, 4 hours and 30.
That's not bad. It's better than the 7.5 over in Scotland.
Absolutely.
Which I would love to play St. Andrews, but how do the teams qualify? I mean, these are the best 18 teams really from Canada, Mexico, and the United States on the western side of the countries.
Great question, and like a lot of things with this event, it depends is the answer, and each team decides on how they qualify their teams uniquely. There's some overlap. I can just speak for Montana. We hosted the Montana State Junior Championships in Laurel in June, and Laurel was playing terrific shape. It was a great test, and so the 4 girls representing Montana were the top 4 finishing scores for ages 14 through 18. So from the 13-14 age division, we have Kenzie Walsh, who's 14, that's representing Billings. So she's on the low side. You need to be 14 to 18 to play in this event. Then we've got on the higher end, Macy Greenwood is a graduate of high school just recently. She'll be attending Boise State and hopes to play for them. Macy led the way today. She's 18, and then we've got Emma Woods from Fairfield and Cadence Fisher from Laurel, and Emma's graduated and she'll be playing at Tech. Cadence is still a junior, and so this is a great experience for them to play with meet new people that they don't play with. So this is probably the largest tournament that Cadence and Kenzie have played in, and so we're really proud of them for showing up and putting their game face on, and we know that they've got 2 more days to continue to showcase their abilities, and we're really proud of them. They're a great group.
Yeah, and Montana's a little out of the running at the time, but as we all know, you can get hot. Teams can, you count 3 scores towards the team scores. Is that how this works out of the 4 players?
That's correct. So we have 4 players competing on each team, except for British Columbia brought 3, so they're a little under the everybody needs to give it their best because they have no one else to drop a score. But the best 3 out of 4 is how this works, and after 3 days, so it's a team competition principally, and then there are individual scores, of course, that will be recognized. We're really excited to honor a former contributor who's passed away a few years ago, Marianne Rodman, a former team captain. She was from Whitefish, just a great advocate of junior golf, and she was a captain for many years. So the medalist this year will receive the Marianne Rodman Award, and that's going to be just a fitting recognition while we host this in Montana. So we've got Lauren and Wyatt Nielsen are our captains, and they live in the Belgrade area, and they've been really helpful as well in the preparation side, because I've never attended one of these events, and that's true for nearly everyone that's been working with us outside of the captain. So we've had to lean on them a lot, and there's a lot of timelines to meet. So I just want to give them some kudos for grace under fire for some of the things we've had going on.
Before I let you go, it's once every, like you say, 18 years or so, but how much is it going to suck for the next 17 years after this? Because it's not going to be back here in Helena, but it'll be somewhere else. But we've got 17 more years to wait after this great event.
I've been joking because Lauren and Wyatt, they have...
No, you're fine. You can just a helicopter. You got to fly over. You missed it at opening ceremonies yesterday.
Right.
Where were you?
So Lauren and Wyatt have a baby named Leroy, and so by the time Leroy is probably graduating high school will be the next time that this specific event comes back. So we had a few babies in the crowd making the rounds, and so they won't see it until they're graduating high school. That's more than likely. So it's wild, but it's also on the flip side, it's great to host it and have exposure for all the local community and fans to come out and watch. It's also an opportunity for our future teams to go experience other places around the nation. So I'm excited for next year. For example, our team will travel to British Columbia, so they'll get to see a different country that probably have never visited.
Hopefully we can go up there.
That's right. All signs point to yes, I hope. And they will have the opportunity to, do different things and experience different cultural aspects. So, and then they'll have, I definitely know that, I don't know who the captains are going to be when Hawaii comes up, but I feel like I might have to eventually, I'd love to chaperone some individuals or at least carry the bags.
I was just going to say, if I'm still doing this show when Hawaii comes up, you got to get me to go, and I'll do the show live from Hawaii.
I think we have to, we'll make that fact if we're both still going.
Or San Diego, I'd go there.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely.
The Oregon coast.
This is, again, I'm not going to shed any tears that won't be here for a while because they're going to be going to so many cool places.
And as executive director of the MSGA, you kind of have to go with them, right?
I mean, I started in April, so they're my decisions to make, but then they get vetoed probably by the board. But yeah, we've got a lot going on in the summer.
Yeah.
And so, for example, this tournament goes Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then our state amateur begins Thursday in Bozeman. So we're going to be a little bit understaffed for that day because we're spread between 2 locations. So the likelihood, again, of the executive director making it on many of these trips is who knows. But the scheduling is always challenging. So we're super appreciative when golf courses are willing to shut down essentially to their members. And I mean, we've had so many great staff members in the dining facilities and, general manager Mark Savoy, food and beverage Jeff Heel, like they've been working tirelessly along with their staff to provide excellent service to everyone. And there's a lot of demands, and the membership has been really supportive.
Yeah.
That's another thing, is that not all memberships will agree to be inconvenienced during prime days like today.
Sure, because essentially you're losing money.
Yeah, or you're at least losing good days of play.
Yeah. We're losing 4.
If you were a daily fee course, absolutely, that would be true. But yeah,
we're losing 4 great days of golf because they're going to have great weather all 4 days. Which,
absolutely.
And the next 2 days look great as well. And again, I know I know you want to get out of here, but there's so many great questions to ask you. And
this is fun. We can do a few minutes on the Mets.
Well, in a second. But you mentioned the men's state am. Joey Moore was here earlier, the defending champ.
Joey Lovell.
Oh,
Joey Lovell from Bozeman. Yep. Okay. And he recently qualified for the U.S. Amateur. Okay. So we're pretty excited for what Joey's doing and going to be representing us on the East Coast.
Where did Joey and Moore and the other good one that went to Big Four or Eureka?
So Libby's Riggs Johnson and Joey Moore from Billings. Joey, actually, San Diego State is where he played collegiately, and Riggs Johnson is Arizona State. They'll both be competing, and obviously will be expected to be at the top of the leaderboard somewhere. And then Joey's assistant coach, Joey Lovell, at MSU. So, near and dear to your heart. And he won last year at Canyon River. He started the year out great. Him and Chris Golden, another Bozeman excellent golfer, they won the 4-ball at Old Works, where we were topping out at about 38 degrees. And then he came back to Old Works and qualified in the 36-hole U.S. Amateur qualifying. And so, again, he'll be headed to the East Coast, New Jersey, to play in the U.S. Amateur, which is really great because the U.S. Amateur qualifying is not just Montanans. So to have a Montanan representing us is going to be really special. So we're excited for him.
You mentioned MSU. Brittany Basie was here, the head coach at MSU, great lady. And Cameron won the girls' state am last week, the women's state am. Or 2 weeks ago, I guess, down in Billings at Lake Hills, Lockwood, Lake Hills, whatever, Planet Lake Hills. Joking.
I know.
But I reached out to Cameron, and I was giving Brittany a hard time today because what's cool about them is I think they're the only mother-daughter to win the state am. Their names are going to be both on that trophy. But I reached out to Cameron, and I watched her grow up as a ball girl at MSU. And I was like, hey, I want you on my show last week for an interview. And she ignored me. So I'm telling Coach Basie this earlier today. And she goes, well, I'll get on her. So then she finds me in the clubhouse and she goes, she never got your message. because it's a private account and she's not following you. And I'm like, okay, now I can't be mad at her anymore. But, I mean, that's a great golf family. And we have that in Montana, is golf families.
Absolutely. And so Brittany had competed in this very event that we're talking about, the Girls Junior America's Cup. And then, again, she won, I believe, in 1993. And she is the coach, obviously, of MSU. She was out there following along with several of her golfers playing really good golf and also former golfers. And Cameron won, which is great. Cameron's played in this event. So, you know, this is a good indicator oftentimes of some of Montana's best golfers. They play in the Girls Junior America's Cup. So, you know, and Helena, you think about names that people are familiar with, Devin and Dara Newell. They both played 3 and 4 times respectively, and they obviously had great collegiate careers and continue to play great golf when they get the opportunities. And so this is, it's neat. And Cameron, what a great job by her at Lake Hills. Lake Hills put on a fantastic tournament again. We've been really lucky with the weather and the course conditions. So Cameron was, you know, it was a tight finish with another Bozeman native who plays at Seattle U, Samantha Yates, and that came down to the last hole, really. So really, really great to see it, you know, multiple people in the thick of it. You know, it's nice to see really great golf, but it's also fun for those who follow along to know that it's maybe not over after day 2 or something like that. So we expect the State Am in Bozeman to be competitive.
Let me go. The last question. There's 72 golfers here, 71, I guess, with British Columbia only bringing 3. Of the 71, how many of these young ladies will we see in your mind at the LPGA?
It's a great question, and there is a terrific history of alumni from this tournament going on to play in the LPGA. So that'll be something maybe we'll have to make a wager off air and then follow up on this in like 10 years.
For entertainment
and
purposes.
This is for our Hawaii. Yeah, no, it'll just be like for the window seat at the Hawaii trip.
I like that. I like that.
So, I mean, I'm going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if 5 to 10 of them play some events, and maybe we'll see 2 to 3 who, you know, end up being staples on the tour. And I mean, I'm conservative with those numbers just because you know how hard it is.
Yeah.
And another thing about this is that the junior golf circuit is so competitive travel-wise that not all teams can send their top 4 players all the time because they might be playing in the U.S. juniors or there's just they try to avoid some schedule conflicts, but inevitably there'll be something that they might want to play.
Well, there was a big one that just wrapped up, I think, Sunday in Kentucky because one of the girls from SoCal played in it. She didn't make the cut. She got a couple of days off, she said, which was nice. She wanted to win it, obviously, but then she comes up here and is probably in contention right now.
Without a doubt. And the same thing from Idaho. Kellyanne Strand, she put together an excellent day today. Shot 66, 6 under par. She was at that event, so that's the U.S. Junior Amateur. So again, but travel is challenging for a lot of these girls, so it's that'll be really interesting for us to look back and see that. But I'm certain there will be some names that we become familiar with that we saw here, and again, another great reason to host it in Montana.
Yep. Well, I appreciate the time, man. I know you've had very little sleep the last couple of weeks. Take a nap today, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. But congratulations on a great event, and thanks for letting me be a part of it.
Thanks, Jason. It's really special to have you out here, and I hope you get to have some more conversation with some players and folks over the course of the coming days. And again, thanks to Green Meadow, thanks to Mary Bryson, our chairperson, for she's been indefatigable. I'm fatigable, and I am fatigued. So I'm going to try my best to get that nap in. So thank you for being here and for covering us. They really deserve this attention, so I appreciate you doing it.
My pleasure. Nick, enjoy the nap. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Jason.
Nick Dietzen joining us, Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All of our guests appear via the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. And Mike understands that. Get a hold of him. By the way, we mentioned Arizona and Southern Cal tied for first right now at 8 under after day 1. Your individual leaders, Nick referenced Kellyanne Strand of Idaho, 66. Gracie McGovern of Arizona shot a 67. Timber Sheehy from Colorado, along with Kylie Chong and Andy Avery from SoCal and San Diego, respectively, each in the top 5 with a 68. Montana's scores, Macy Greenwood shot a 74. She's 8 back. Emma Wood, 79. Kinsey Walsh, 86. Cadence Fisher in 86 as well. And it continues the Girls Junior America Cup tomorrow. By the way, Northern California has the second most titles. They have 9. SoCal has 20. Mexico has 8. Hawaii has 4. Colorado, Washington, San Diego have each won 1. Montana's best finish was 5th a long time ago. So Montana's got some work to do. I think they're 31 shots back right now as we look at the leaderboard. All right, quick break. We'll come back, and when we return, we'll talk baseball. Opening segment of the Jason Walker Show is always brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry. 3 distinct divisions so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. Check them out, yourcustomlog.com, to get started today. Coming right back, we talk baseball. Helena Senators coach Jon Burnett next. Hang on.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
L&P Grocery offers Boulder a convenient shopping experience, whether you're stopping in for a few things or stocking up for the week ahead. From fresh produce and meat to all the staples you need to feed your family, you'll find it here. L&P Grocery is also proud to have partnerships with local brands and carry products unique to the area. Stop by to exchange propane tanks, pick up fishing tackle, grab your prescription, or get your photo taken at the Pitcher kiosk. They're delighted to be the one-stop shop for local area Boulder residents who want to support local business. Visit lnpgrocery.com and at 215 North Main Street. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Looking for something sweet before work? How about that fresh brewed coffee? Maybe a fresh baked cinnamon roll as you head in for another great day exploring. Then look no further than the Sweet Spot in Boulder. Whatever your pleasure, the Sweet Spot has everything to fix that craving. From daily specials and rolls to tasty cookies and more. Don't forget that caramel macchiato or espresso and many more of your favorite flavors. The Sweet Spot caters to the local community and cares about providing the best treats every day. Visit the Sweet Spot on Facebook or in Boulder at 102 North Main Street.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
This is the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back. Jason Walker Show, live on a Tuesday at Green Meadow Country Club in Helena. Day 1 of the Junior America's Cup for girls in the books. And it's been a good first day. Day 2 continues tomorrow. Tee times between 8 and 9:50, both tomorrow and on Thursday. We'll be out here live tomorrow and Thursday as well. Friday, we'll be at the Last Chance Stampede, getting you set for rodeo. Alex Eshelman's going to join us tomorrow. Who knows who else? And it's going to be fun. Fun week. Love being on the road in the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn in Helena. Got on this day in history coming up and much more, but it is time to check in with baseball. It is the state tournament getting going tomorrow in Billings at Dealer Park. And Helena, the defending champs, enters the tournament as the 2 seed. And joining us now on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline to talk about his team and more is the head coach, Jon Burnett.
All right, Coach, it's been a week since we talked. A successful week despite Monday night's tough loss on senior night, but overall, pretty successful regular season for the Helena Senators. How happy are you?
We're very happy right now. You know, we're in a good spot heading into state to finish 12-4 in conference after starting the year 1-3. You know, we played really good baseball down the stretch, and we like where we're at.
Yeah, you definitely should. Does Monday affect you guys at all? I mean, it was a fun night. It was senior night. It was a non-conference game. Does it affect you?
No, it doesn't. It was good. You know, Our team's not good when we get off of our schedule. You know, I've found that out a few times this year. You know, when we get rushed or off schedule, we usually don't perform too hot. And you know, with the ceremonies and all that kind of stuff that goes on, you know, we were definitely off schedule, which you know, as a coach, is it something that I like? You know, maybe not, but it's something where, you know, I just think that the theme of the night and celebrating those seniors was so much more important than the end result of the game.
The game itself, Monday, you go, you get the loss, but like I said, 8 seniors who, you know, a couple of super seniors, I guess we call them, with Tyler Tenney and Mike Hurlbert. But I mean, this is a group that has accomplished a lot in their years in Helena baseball uniforms.
Yeah, they've won lots of games over their careers. You know, you look at guys like Ty Tenney and Tristan Mooney, and they've been playing for 3 or 4 years at the Senators level. You know, and just to see the wins rack up that, you know, that they're a huge part of. They're a special group for sure, and it was a good send-off for them. You know, the ceremony was great, and, you know, so some cool moments happened last night. You know, Eric Cockhill hit his first Legion home run, and it was an absolute tank. You know, I've never seen him hit a ball close to that, and he connected in the game. And just to see the joy, you know, as he was rounding second base, that was pretty special for sure.
When you're a coach standing on the third base coach, and you look and you see a kid like that who, I mean, he's so good. Not a power hitter, obviously, but he gets that home run. How excited were you? I mean, what were you feeling when he is rounding the bases?
I was pretty excited for him. It struck me about what just happened, because that was not a ball I expected to come off of his bat. And, you know, after it struck me what he actually just did, you know, I was clapping for him and yelling for him, and made sure to give him a high five as he rounded third base. That's a moment he's going to remember for the rest of his life.
Well, the third base coach always slaps high five, or, you know, slaps the kid on the butt or something after a home run. But that's got to be different when it's a kid's first at Legion ball.
Yeah, we're not too much of a power team, so we've had quite a few firsts. You know, I think Tenney had his first home run at Kendrick, you know, during the Keysell. So that was, or it wasn't the Keysell, it was the game right after. It was the game on the 14th when we celebrated Jim Knight. He had his first one at Kendrick. So that was a cool moment for him. He had hit one in Butte last year. so for him to get one at home on his final year was pretty special too. So yeah, it's definitely not something that we do a lot. We're more of a, put the ball in play, run the bases type team. And, we show up to games, and every team we play is, looks like they're twice our size, but that's just how we play baseball and what we've had to do to be successful these last few years.
Well, it's worked. As we talked to Helena Senators coach Jon Burnett, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. We haven't talked hardly at all this year about Gavin Tennis, but I mean, the tennis name carries quite the name recognition with Helena Senators baseball and Helena Legion baseball, but he's such an integral part of the team and part of the glue that holds that team together as a senior, right?
Yeah, Gabby's he's a great kid, and I say the main reason that I coach is to develop relationships with players. But my relationship with Gavin is a little bit different than even guys that I've had for 3 or 4 years on the Senators. I've been coaching for 19 years in the program, and Gavin's 18 and a half years old, and so Dave Tennis was the head coach when I got the job. So I've known Gavin his entire life. So he's been down at Kendrick. So we have a more than just a relationship with a coach. I've watched him grow. So to see the kind of player and young man he's grown up to be, that's been pretty special for me. And he's the guy on our team that. He doesn't have the 400 batting average. He's a solid hitter. He takes good at bats, but he's just rock solid on defense at second base for us. And then he's the guy that's breaking our team out, and he's our emotional leader on the field.
Is his success because of you and really not because of who his family is?
Who Gavin? No, he's gotten so many swings and work with Coach Tennis. I work here and there and try to tweak some things, but his work ethic and everything has been deeply rooted from Coach Tennis for sure.
No, for sure. But you're the reason he's where he is today, because Dave quit coaching, so it's up to you. You're the man. You molded Gavin into what he is.
Oh, if you know Gavin, there's not a lot of molding going on. We kind of have that. We have, like I said, we have a special relationship, and we butt heads quite a bit. But I wouldn't change it for anything. He's just a special young man and a great leader and player for our team.
So does he call you Coach, or does he call you Uncle John?
No, he calls me Coach B.
We're talking to Jon Burnett, Jason Walker Show. Mike Hurlburt almost with a cycle the other night. Tristan Mooney, obviously we talked about the other seniors, but is this the most successful senior group in Helena baseball history?
I'm not sure. We had that run, in 2001 to 2003, I'm not sure. I know they had some insane, winning numbers during those 3 years. I can tell you within, the last 18 years, for sure, this is the best run we've had these last 3 years.
Yeah.
But, I don't know all the way back in history, but I would think we're at least up there with one of the, top 2 teams for win percentage over a 3-year span.
By the way, when we talked a couple weeks ago, I asked you if you had lost in July recently, because you didn't lose really in July. You lost 15 times last year in July. I looked it up.
Oh, wow. All right.
So 3 or whatever it is in July is a lot better than 15.
Yeah, for sure. No, and it's kind of funny because I look back on things. So, talking about the Monday game against Missoula and, if it affects us, well, I'll let you know, last year we lost in Missoula on that Monday non-conference game as well. So, maybe that's a good omen for it.
Maybe it is. Speaking of Missoula, they open up the Legion tournament with Great Falls tomorrow. That's going to be a really good matchup because Missoula's really hot right now. They swept the Royals. They pounded Medicine Hat and Lethbridge. This is a team that's playing very good baseball at the moment.
Yeah, they're a good team. That's one of the things we play them so much, and I kept telling our guys, yeah, we have a really good record against Missoula, but it's not because they're a bad team. They can swing the bat. They got 4 or 5 really solid pitchers. Their biggest problem was their defense, and they're starting to figure that out. So they're definitely a team to be watched, and I think we have a good, healthy rivalry with them, and it definitely could be something where we might end up seeing them, in that semifinal round if both of our squads play the kind of baseball we're capable of.
Break down that first game real quick. Great Falls, Missoula. Obviously, Missoula, the 4 seed, maybe has the upper edge because they're playing so good right now. But how do you see that one? You don't have to pick a winner, but
I think that one's going to be a dogfight. Two of the more consistent teams, I guess you could say. Both teams have gotten really good pitching. So I would guess they're both going to throw their aces in that game. Both teams put the ball in play, hit the ball well. I think it's going to come down to whoever plays better defense. Whoever can limit the errors and the free passes is going to win that game. And really, it is a toss-up. I would not be shocked, to see either team win. I would be shocked to see it be more than a 3 or 4 run game, though.
We'll talk about your game here in a second, but you've got Bozeman, the 8 seed, Billings Royals, the number 1 seed. You almost caught them there at the end of the season. Alex Eshelman, who covers ABC Fox Montana and SWX down in Bozeman, said the Bucks have been really consistent at being inconsistent this year. Is that a good explanation of the Bucks?
I think they could beat anybody on any given day. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like you said, with the consistency, they come out and not play very well. But yeah, I mean, you saw that they beat us, or first game of conference. They have a couple pretty good pitchers, and their lineup is a very good lineup. 1 through 6 or so, they've got guys that can swing the bat and have some pop, and they're athletic. So yeah, I think any of the 8 teams, have a realistic chance to win that opening round game.
And then the Scarlets and Kalispell, how's that one look?
They just got done playing, a doubleheader set, and they split that last weekend. Kalispell's got 2 pretty good pitchers, and they have the right guy on the bump. They can be pretty tough. Scarlets they're a pretty well-rounded team. They can swing. They've got 4 or 5 good arms, athletic. They can really run. I'm interested to see, with them not being on the turf of Perch Field, if it affects their defense. Mm. When we went down to Billings on that turf, they were phenomenal on defense. They were flying around. They knew every hop that was going to happen. So I'm interested to see how the natural surface at Dealer, how that affects them. But that's another one where we could have the 6th seed overtake the number 3 seed. At the same time, I think the 3 seed's probably one of the top, or they've got a realistic chance to win the whole thing.
And then you guys open up 1:00 tomorrow with Lethbridge, the Elks of Lethbridge. And you haven't seen them a lot. We talked about this last week with Medicine Hat. You haven't seen the Canadian teams a lot in the last couple of years. But what do we know about Lethbridge?
I can tell you that their coaching staff has been around a long time, and they are phenomenal coaches. Scott Oitawa up there, he does a great job. So we don't know a ton about them. I know they're going to be prepared. We saw them for a 2-game set, so we didn't even come close to seeing all of the pitchers they have. I hear they've got a pretty good pitcher. So we're ready for a battle. We 10 run them twice down here, and I don't see that happening again. So I mean, I don't want to tell you it's not going to, but I think we're in for a battle, and we've got the mental composure and the experience there to be ready to go in and slug one out. And if we need to win a 10-8 ball game, I think we have the bat to do that. And if we need to win a 2-1 ball game, I think we've got the defense and the pitching to do that.
Is your rotation set up the way you want heading into state?
Yeah, I think so. Everybody's healthy, everybody's rested, so we don't have to worry about, who's available and who's not. The real trick at a state tournament is, if you throw on opening day, if you throw a pitcher over 80 pitches, he can't pitch for the rest of the tournament.
Right.
So really, it's how do you juggle that rotation early on, to give guys a chance to bounce back and pitch again later in the tournament.
You are heading down later this afternoon. What's the message to the guys as you head into state? Or do you let your seniors that have been there, do you let them relay the message to the younger kids, or how do you approach tomorrow?
I think coming from me, the message is just going to be that we're ready. We're prepared. Go out and play free out there. Try to take that pressure off. And everybody's going to have the jitters, but in the end, it's just baseball. Get out there and play hard, and hopefully we get the breaks, because baseball's a weird game, and the ball could bounce the wrong way and you don't get those breaks. So hopefully everything's falling our way this weekend, and we'll have a really good shot to bring another one back to Helena here.
What's the message you hope the seniors give the rest of the team?
They're going to be a little more, not suitable for radio, but I've already heard some of it. They're ready to go. We had a little chat after the game last night, and there was a little bit of tough love last night, tough coaching. Really what hurt us, we gave up 12 free passes last night.
Yeah.
And a lot of our pitching was the younger guys stepping in, and guys that are going to need to step in a relief role at state. But just told them that when we get to state, that's the kind of thing that can't happen. We got to go attack hitters, and you got to throw the ball over the plate and let the other team put it in play, regardless of how hard they hit it, and just have confidence in your defense. So that was the message I put forth to our younger relief pitchers last night. And I know some of our seniors were, they were, I asked them, what's your goal with this weekend? And they know what our goal is. Our goal is to go out there and win the whole thing. So that's what we're aiming for. And they're ready to compete and ready to go.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time all year. Hopefully we talk one more time next week after you guys are state champs for a second straight year. Good luck this weekend. Have some fun in Billings. It is the Magic City, so make some magic and bring home another state title, will you?
Yeah, yes, sir. I love playing on that field. The guys love playing on it, so we're excited to get out there, and just that state tournament atmosphere is something that can't be matched.
Helena head coach Jon Burnett. Thanks, Coach. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, Jason.
That is Jon Burnett. He joined us earlier today on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Great fun. It's funny when I just had course superintendent Derek Hofer here, professional or golf pro Chad Carlson, and then as soon as I put the headphones on, they just bolted. Like, no, we don't want to be anywhere near the cameras. Love this. We'll take a break. We'll come back. On this day in history, we've got our Auto Contest Performance of the Week, your Montana Rodeo Roundup, and much more coming up. Don't forget that State Legion tournament starts tomorrow, 10 a.m. down in Dealer Park in Billings. Helena plays at 1. Oh, and we do have breaking news. This just came out a few minutes ago. Frontier Conference Media Day today. Obviously, we're here, not in Great Falls, but Western football picked to win the Frontier by the coaches with 4 first-place votes, 43 total points. Carroll and Rocky tied for second with 37 points. Carroll with 3 first-place votes. College of Idaho was in there with 1 first-place vote in 4th, and then followed by Tech, Eastern Oregon, Southern Oregon, and MSU Northern. So there is your coaches poll, preseason Frontier. We are about a month away. The end of August is football season, and volleyball, and soccer, and cross country. It's upon us, my friends. High school and college is upon us in about a month. It's crazy. All right, quick break. We're coming right back, and more from Green Meadow Country Club after this segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Hang on.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Looking for something sweet before work? How about that fresh brewed coffee? Maybe a fresh baked cinnamon roll as you head in for another great day exploring. Then look no further than the Sweet Spot in Boulder. Whatever your pleasure, the Sweet Spot has everything to fix that craving. From daily specials and rolls to tasty cookies and more. Don't forget that caramel macchiato or espresso and many more of your favorite flavors. The Sweet Spot caters to the local community and cares about providing the best treats every day. Visit the Sweet Spot on Facebook or in Boulder at 102 North Main Street.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Ah, summer. A time to work in the yard and get all those projects that you've been thinking about all winter done. And when you've had enough, go to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar to cool off, relax, laugh a little or a lot, your choice, have a drink and play your favorite games. There's plenty of new games and your old favorites. Now, if you don't want to work hard and the relaxing part sounds the best to you, then just head over to Lucky Duck Casino and Bar on Dredge behind Jade Restaurant. Happy summer, everyone.
TunePocket.com.
Team Mexico, the last team to leave. I don't think they're heading to the gates of the mountains. They just got off the chipping area and putting green here at Green Meadow Country Club. Jason Walker Show, live, Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. This segment brought to you by Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. The best games, the best drinks, the best staff in town. Check it out, Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. It's hard to pick an auto contest performance of the week this week, but we will. We also have your Montana Rodeo Roundup coming up in just a couple of seconds. Thanks to Green Meadow, Mark Savoy, the staff, Chad Carlson, PGA Pro out here letting us do the show. Nick Dietzen joined us earlier. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. It is day one of the 44th Girls Junior America's Cup, and it is in the books. And, man, great golf being played out here. I think of the 71 golfers, 18 were under par. And you had some even pars in there. And Arizona and Southern California leading the way with 8 under as a team. So, in fact, we can check the video, I believe. Why won't that play? Anyway. Got the audio. I don't know why we don't have video, but all right. So lots of fun out here. All right, let's do your Montana Rodeo Roundup. It is brought to you by Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark is busy, but ready for you to book him for your senior pictures, family portraits, whatever you need done. Mark will get it done, and it'll be great. Man, beautiful views out here. Unbelievable. I should do this show more often out here. How beautiful is this? Oh, your Montana Rodeo Roundup. Here we go. Check him out, marklaroephotography.com. Let's start with the Northern Rodeo Association. You had Scobie, Bucky Mcalpine, winning the bareback. Garrett Cunningham, the saddle bronc. McAlpine also wins the bull riding. Grady Larson, the steers. Lincoln Yarama, tie down. Bronc Pippert and Ian Pennington took the team roping. Ellie Linder, the barrels, and Sierra Lee, the breakaway. Over in Jardine, they had 2 rodeos. Trevor Kay wins the bareback. Kane Stroh and Carson Klingler. Dickinson and Rexburg claim split first and second. Saddle bronc Jeremy Kay. The bulls, Reno Ward steers. Nobody got tie down. Ty Spring and Levi Delamarter, the only ones to do team roping. Lisa Warfield won barrels. Nicole French, the breakaway. Shelby Rasmussen, by the way, in second. In Jardine, number 2 rodeo, Spur Owens, number 1. Bucky Mcalpine, 2. Carson Klingler, number 1. In saddle bronc, Kobe Whitford won the bulls. Reno Ward, the steers. Tie down, Bodie Spring. And then Bodie teamed up with Ty Spring to win the team roping. Gayleen Malone, barrels, and Ellie Meeks, the breakaway. And in Eureka, McAlpine, 1. Spur Owens, 2. Caleb Meeks, saddle bronc. Gerald Esch, bull riding. Kobe Bignell, steer wrestling. Quinn McQuarrie, tie down. Dustin Bird, Ike Folsom, team roping. Darby Haskins, barrels, and Seeley Salmond won the breakaway. And that is the Northern Rodeo. They will run this weekend again in Jardine. And that is it. On the PRCA circuit in Forsyth, you had the Rosebud Treasure County Fair Rodeo. And Caleb Berquist, your all-around champ. Tucker Zing, bareback. Cole Berman, the steers. DeLon Parker and Ryan Zurcher. Team roping, Cree Minkoff, saddle bronc. Matt Gutierrez, tie down. Haley Garrison, the barrels, and Jake Lockwood, the only one to ride a bull. He got all of the ground money. And Shelby, Marias River Stampede. Jesse Cruz, your all-around champ. Jake Nelson, steers. Sean Bird, Zachary Schwagert, team roping. Saddle bronc, Caleb Meeks. Tie down, Chad Johnson, barrels, Lindsey Cruz. And in bull riding, it was Tristan O'Neill. And the Montana PRCA this week, man. Well, can we go back? Let's see. You had breakaway in Shelby as well. Let me check that real quick. And also in Forsyth. Typing in dates is so hard. Montana Circuit, here we go. Shelby, breakaway. You had Callahan Otupalik get the win in breakaway. And then in Forsyth, gotta type in the dates again. Well, not type in, just click on them. And in Forsyth, breakaway. Let's go to the right show, right part. Live radio, podcasting at its best right here. I'm telling you. This is why I lose Sportscaster of the Year every year. 5-time loser. Casey Kautzman got the breakaway win in Forsyth. Montana Circuit this week, it's busy. It is absolutely. Everybody talks about July 4th and Cowboy Christmas and how busy it is across the country, and it is. But this is a busy, busy week in Montana. You ready for this? You've got the Central Montana PRCA Rodeo in Lewistown. Kicks off tomorrow along with breakaway. That will run tomorrow and Thursday. And then you've got Plentywood coming up on the 28th. Sheridan on the 28th. The Last Chance Stampede kicks off the 28th. Plentywood, Sheridan, Helena all run Thursday, Friday. Helena runs through Saturday at the Last Chance Stampede. We'll be at the fairgrounds on Friday doing this show. You also have the Kootenai River Stampede starting the 29th. You've got Libby Breakaway. You've got the Dawson County Fair and Rodeo starting on the 30th and on Saturday. And Libby continues, as well as Kootenai River Stampede there in Glendive through Saturday. And then, of course, the Last Chance Stampede, which, unbelievable. I do not know. My wife texted me today, when's Ty Erickson going to be in? I don't know. I don't know when Ty's going to be here. Probably Thursday or Friday. Day sheets aren't out yet for Helena. You got the concerts tomorrow. You've got the big rodeo starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then, of course, you also have concerts Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the exhibit hall. So lots of great events in the Last Chance Stampede this week. So it'll be fun. By the way, this segment brought to you by the Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Warm, folks, hot games, cold beer. It describes the Bowser's Lucky Dog Casino. Get in there. Have some fun. Drink and gamble responsibly. Your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And I said it was going to be tough because you had really, really good competition, especially in the bareback. And I think we got to go with Bucky Mcalpine. Now, Mcalpine won Scobie, Montana State Cowboy, won bareback and bull riding in Scobie, and was in the money. Was he in the money? Yeah, he was second at Jardine, and he won Eureka. So Bucky McAlpine's our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week this week. And deservedly so. Unbelievable. Great job. Auto Concepts, place to go to get your grill guards, cattle guard, whatever you want to call it. Detailing, got to get detailed. And they'll do it all. Car stereos, too. And, of course, we talk about this with Auto Concepts. Make sure you get your windows tinted. It's hot. It's warm. The sun beats through. And it's bad for the car's interior. So stop in. Auto Concepts will do your detailing, your window tinting. They'll get it all done for you. Auto Concepts in Helena. All right, on this day in history, it is July the 26th. It is National All or Nothing Day. It is National Aunt and Uncle's Day. Bagel Fest Day. Coffee Milkshake Day. Coffee Milkshake does not sound really good. And National Disability Independence Day. 1933, Joe DiMaggio. Remember he had a 56-game hit streak in 1941 with the Yankees? He had a 61-game hit streak come to an end on this date in 1933 in the Pacific Coast League. 1948, the Babe Ruth story premiered. It was Babe's last public appearance. And on this date in 1981 at the U.S. Women's Open, Pat Bradley shot a final round 66 to finish one stroke ahead of Beth Daniels, the second of Bradley's 6 major titles. And we talk about women's golf because we've got the 44th Junior America's Cup for the girls going on here at Green Meadow Country Club. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for your favorite Cajun food, the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. And you can stop in for lunch or dinner tomorrow through Saturday, lunch on Sunday, or close on Sunday, lunch on Monday. So stop in. Cafe Zydeco. Tell them Jason sent you. Tell Miss Lou that Jason sent you. Lots of fun today here at Green Meadow. And absolutely love being out here. Once again, your leaders in the clubhouse after day one. I don't want that. I want this. Here we go. I mean, can you seriously get any better views than this? That is the 18th green coming home at Green Meadow. Arizona, Southern California at 8 under, Idaho at 3 under, Colorado 2 under, Mexico and Hawaii tied at 5th at 1 under. Your individual leaders, Idaho's Kelly Strand at 66, Gracie McGovern of Arizona 67, Timber Sheehy, Kylie Chong, Andy Avery, Colorado, SoCal, San Diego, respectively. 2 shots back at 68. Montana in 17th as a team, 31 shots back. Macy Greenwood, 8 shots off the pace with a 74. Emma Wood, 79. Kinsey Walsh and Cadence Fisher, each with an 86. Continues tomorrow here at Green Meadow Country Club, 8 a.m. to 9:50. You've got the starting times that go off, both 1 and 10. And lots of great comments about the course, not only from the coaches, but especially the players. Derek Hofer and his staff absolutely killed it getting this course ready the last couple of weeks. And, man, they've done a great job. And we appreciate Green Meadow Country Club for allowing us to be out here. We'll do it again tomorrow here. We'll be back and ready for more. Hope you join us. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com. Thanks to Jon Burnett, Helena Senators coach, for joining us, giving us a preview of the State AA Legion Tournament, which gets underway tomorrow down in Billings. Nick Dietzen, Executive Director of the MHSA, for joining us as well. Tomorrow, Alex Eshelman, more golf coverage for the Junior America's Cup for the girls, the 44th here at Green Meadow Country Club, just the 3rd time Montana's hosted. We'll do it again tomorrow. Hope you had a great time. I know I did. I mean, we're outside. It's beautiful. Have a great, great Tuesday, and we will see you back here tomorrow at 4 o'clock for the Jason Walker Show.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.